After a dramatic 2-2 draw at the Emirates Stadium last weekend against Arsenal, Manchester City were ahead to a 1-1 draw in a fiery encounter in the lunchtime kickoff at Newcastle United this Saturday. Guardiola fired City into the first half lead after a cleverly crafted goal that saw him convert Jack Grealish's threaded pass, but Newcastle equalized from the penalty spot midway through the second half with Anthony Gordon scoring after he had been brought down by Ederson. City kept pushing for a winner with Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva having strong effort on goal, but both sides had to settle for a point. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and where you're watching me from. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do that. If you have done that already, thank you so much. Do it to like, comment, and do not forget to turn on your notification to enable you to see when next I post. Alright, Newcastle and Manchester City has almost always been a must-watch game throughout the Premier League era, with so many classic matches over the years, including last season's incredible last gasp 3-2 win at St James Park. However, City were missing our clutch heroes from that victory, with Kevin De Bruyne and Oscar Bob out due to injury, as well as Nathan Ake and Rodri, who both started that clash. Ballon d'Or frontrunner Rodri is set to miss the entire season after suffering a crucial ligament injury in the 2-2 draw with Arsenal, but Guardiola say we must find a solution to his absence and opted for Rico Lewis and Mateo Kovacic at the center of midfield against a strong Newcastle team. The former academy player was quickly into the action, getting caught by Jolinton making a clearance in the opening minute as the home side tried to make a first start. And Newcastle forward Gordon thought he might have Ederson in danger as he pressed high up the pitch, but the Brazilian keeper was typically unflustered and audacious backheel kept City in control. City had early attempts through Manuel Akanji and Erling Haaland, but there were few chances in the opening half hour despite a frenetic pace. Rico Lewis made a clever run behind the Newcastle defense from Guardiola's free kick, and the ball was walked to Etihad on the edge of the box, but he miscued his attempt. Haaland then showed his strength to hold off Dambon's challenge and was close to finishing off a sweeping move at the back post, but Kieran Trippier just beat the Norwegian to Bernardo's low cross. A physical encounter saw Jolinton and Bruno Guimaraes receive yellow card for late tackle, but it was a touch of finesse that led to the breakthrough. Grealish brilliantly roared a Trippier challenge before an incisive pass picked out Rodri, who turned inside Bond and side-footed home a clever finish past Nico. Moment later, the English keeper tried to match Ederson's calmness on the ball and could only give it away to Guardiola, but scrambled back to keep out the midfielder's long-range attempt. Ederson, meanwhile, was called into action on the stroke of halftime, reacting expertly to keep out Jolinton's vicious strike. But just before the hour mark, the Brazilian was adjudged to have caught Gordon as he raced into the box. He was unhappy with the decision, believing that the winger initiated the contact, but Gordon made no mistake from the spot. The equalizer raised the temperature inside the stadium, with Kovacic, Grealish, Sandro Tonali and Jolinton all booked in the space of 3 minutes as the game threatened to boil over. Foden came on to try to help the City side wrestle back control and hit a fierce volley that was stopped by Pope. Haaland had a header off target, and Newcastle Shane Longstaff dragged a shot wide as both sides tried to get a winner, and the closest either side came was in stoppage time when Bernardo Silva's superb turn and volley was tipped over the bar. And immediately after the game, it took Pep Guardiola about 20 seconds to signal that he was bored with talking about Manchester City absentee midfielder Rodri. He took his seat in the media conference room at St James Park less than half an hour after his side 1-1 draw with Newcastle. The first question the manager was entertained was, "Does this game show how pivotal Rodri is to his team?" And Guardiola drew breath and replied, "We played really good with Kovacic, Bernardo Silva and Rico Lewis." And that was after a similar line of questioning immediately after the televised early kickoff on Saturday, with Guardiola telling BBC Match of the Day that his midfield were magnificent. Eventually, Guardiola directly addressed the issue at hand. "I know you are going to ask me all the time," he said. "We are going to miss Rodri for his physicality and presence, but he is not there. I will love Rodri, Oscar Bob, Kevin De Bruyne and Nathan Ake to be here, but it is what it is." So, with City to miss Rodri for the rest of the season as he recovered from cruciate knee ligament surgery, how did they adapt in their first Premier League game without him? Guardiola has already said the answer will not be straightforward. At Newcastle, he went for Kovacic as the holding player, with the vastly experienced Etihad and inexperienced Rico Lewis ahead of him. On Tuesday in the Champions League against Slovan Bratislava, it might be John Stones or Manuel Akanji or Bernardo Silva might drop deep as he did for the final 9 minutes after Lewis had been replaced by Savinho. Statistic-wise, Kovacic completed 30 passes in the final third of the pitch, more than anyone else in the game. However, overall, City passing accuracy was down at 87.5%, their lowest in the league game since March. In the thousands of words written and dozens of data graphics produced this week regarding why Rodri is so important, some of it remain unquantifiable. The Spain international brings a calmness in intense situations, has an instinctive awareness of space and absorb information and then deliver on it. To that end, a huge amount is being asked of Lewis, who is only 19 and just over 50 games into his senior career. Even though he has shown enough ability to earn 2 England caps at Newcastle, Lewis had a quiet game, playing to the right of Guardiola, but maybe that is a good thing. He needs to walk before he can run. With intelligent players, you don't have to talk too much, said Guardiola. Football is a movement game, and Rico read perfectly what we have to do. He played exceptionally well. He is really good in the small spaces. He is young and he will improve. Lewis has an unconventional athletic background, given his dad is a kickboxer. The youngster said recently that he used some kickboxing training to get fully fit during the build-up to preseason, and clearly the mental and physical resilience required to compete in the sport as fierce as that can easily transfer the football arena. More pertinently, Lewis also said he sees himself as a number 8 rather than in the full back row where he emerged from City Academy immediately after the 2022 World Cup, which should help him become what Guardiola wants him to be, even if he may find himself swapping position on a regular basis. It is fair to assume Guardiola will get irritated on a regular basis if the absence of Rodri is used as a reason for anything that doesn't go their way. We have suffered here before, even with Rodri, said Guardiola, at the free kick, especially with Dambon, Fabian and Jolinton. Former City defender Julian Lescott, analyzing the game for TNT Sport, said it was too early to say that Rodri's absence was a factor in the result and reminded everyone Newcastle are a good side, unbeaten now in 11 home games. Such are the ridiculously high standards City have set for themselves. 2 Premier League games without a win represent their worst run since last November. Pep is an innovator. How he said, he is arguably the best ever and he has taken the English game to another level. Rodri glues everything together and is pivotal to what they do, but I think we all make too much of a team missing one player. It is very difficult to replace players because they are unique, but you have to, and one of our challenges was to try to predict their starting lineup and system because we knew they will reshuffle and do something different. In the end, it was our best performance of the season. So guys, this is all about the news. What do you think about Manchester City recent form in the Premier League season? Do you think the draws will help Man City achieve their aim this season by lifting the Premier League trophy once again? Please, whatever your opinion may be on this, I would like to see it on the comment section. Do well to like, comment, and do not forget to turn on your notification to enable you to see when next I post. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.